Hi Penny and Charlie, so we're going to talk about women in construction today. So Penny, you've been at PEXURS for around 18 years now. How would you say that women in construction has changed and improved over the years?
I think it's definitely changed in that time. There was very few women in construction when I joined. It certainly wasn't an industry I was looking to join when I first started out. I kind of found myself in construction by accident, really, but I enjoyed it. Nowadays, there are between 10 and 15% of the workforce that are made up by women, and if you take that to site, it's still only 1%, so there's perhaps some improvement needed there. It is good to see those changes and the growth in the number of women that are in the sector, and I think it would be great for all of us if we could continue to see that growth and improvement.
For a lot of people, potentially women wanting to come into the industry, that 10 to 15% of women are currently here statistic could be quite daunting. How do you find that, Penny?
I think years ago when I first joined, I think as a woman stepping onto site, you would have been stared at. I certainly would have felt uncomfortable. I would have felt, not singled out, but I would have felt different. Whereas now I think that is a big shift. 15% might not seem like a lot, but it is still a big shift in my time in the industry. And I think just it's become more normal to see women on site, be it surveyors, be it designers, architects, things like that. All these different roles, it's becoming more normal, and I think the more normal we can make it and the more normal it seems, the more it breaks down the barriers for women in the industry.
Definitely. The construction industry is a lot more diverse and a lot more opportunities in it than people think. Charlie, I know you've started with PEXURS quite recently, so how did you come upon working in construction?
To be honest, if someone had told me 18 months ago I'd be working for a construction company, I wouldn't have believed them. I sort of was looking for the next step and I came across PEXURS and I thought, okay, I may as well go for it. And the opportunities I've had, I wouldn't have had them elsewhere. I mean, the opportunity to go into so many more roles now, such as like sustainability, which is what I'm doing, it opens up so much more to women as well. There are so many more opportunities for women now that weren't necessarily there 10 years ago. So I think for me, definitely the training and learning on the job opportunities has been a big part of making that move.
And finally, to sort of round it off, if you could say one thing to encourage more women into the industry, how would you say we do that? I often think it starts at a school age. You've got to start promoting the industry to people from a young age, especially to young girls who, unfortunately, in a male-dominated industry, there isn't that much representation currently. So I think it has to start from there and hopefully get better as the years go on, as it has been.
I think it needs to start at a school age. It needs to be shouted about that it's not just about being on a building site. There's a lot more to women in construction. Yeah. Not one of us spend our day on a building site.
Yeah.
Although it's nice to go and see what we do occasionally, we don't spend our time there. We've got finance, we've got marketing, we've got buying and sustainability just amongst the three of us. There's so many other roles out there within construction. And I think if that was conveyed to people of a school age and a college age early on, they might realise that there's more opportunity in construction for them than just being on a building site.
Yeah, I definitely think it is stereotyped that building sites, it's hard hat and boots. Yeah. And I think a lot of younger people think that that is what it is to construction, when actually there are so many more roles and other paths you can go down.
Although there is nothing to say that women can't wear hard hats and boots
Very
and be
true.
on site too.
Yeah.
There are some really good site managers and quantity surveyors and construction managers that are female, and it's just breaking those barriers down, isn't it, to encourage the younger generation to come through. Yeah. It needs to be widely publicised to everybody, I think.
Yeah, definitely. We are definitely going in the right direction, even though we may still have a bit of a way to go still. But let's just hope in 18 years, perhaps, the gap will be a lot less big as it is now, and a lot more women will be in construction.